Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Today for 12 days of Christmas baking, I am making a cookie called a Bajadera. It is something that I used to eat when I was little, and I still want to kind of keep up with that tradition. So for this cookie, you will need 200 milliliters of water, 250 grams of margarine, 200 grams of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 400 grams of ground biscuit, 300 grams of walnuts, and then 100 grams of chocolate. And then you will also need for the glaze 150 grams of chocolate and 6 teaspoons of oil. So the first step is to melt your butter with water and vanilla. And I'm going to cut the butter into cubes just to make the process a little bit faster, and the butter is already at room temperature. Once it's all melted and just starting to boil, I'm going to add my cookie crumbs and my walnuts and stir everything together to combine. You can turn off your stove at this point. So once everything is nicely combined, I'm going to melt the first part of the chocolate. And then I'm going to, once the chocolate is melted, which doesn't take very long at all, I'm going to add half the batter into this melted chocolate and leave the other half set aside. Once it's well combined, I'm going to move over to my pan. I am adding a parchment paper to the bottom of it. You don't necessarily have to do this, but I like to just pop it out and cut it on a cutting board so that way I'm not cutting it on the pan. And I'm going to add my chocolate mixture first. I did switch over to my spreader, cake spreader. It worked a lot easier than the wooden spoon to spread the batter around. And once it was even and nicely smoothed out, I'm going to be adding my light colored batter, the one without the chocolate, and do the same thing. Spread it and make it as even as possible. Now it's time to melt the other part of the chocolate that was mixed with oil, and this is for the glaze. This is going to make nice shiny chocolate glaze on top of the squares. Once it was melted, I just poured it over top of the cookies, the squares, and then I'm going to just move the pan around so it goes everywhere, and I'm just going to push it gently into little corners just so that way the whole thing is covered. Now after that, it's going to go into the fridge for a couple of hours. Well, first you want to make sure that it's completely cooled down on the countertop before you put it into the fridge, but then I put mine in for 24 hours, and then I cut them out into squares and these taste so good. I absolutely love them. Well, I hope you had enjoyed these 12 days of cookie Christmas baking, because this was the last one, number 12. Let me know down in the comments if you've seen them all, and I will see you for my next video, which will be festive appetizers. So make sure that notification bell is on and that you are subscribed so you don't miss out these videos. I have 2 more coming for this year, so stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.